A young woman walked into the classroom. Her posture was straight, her blonde hair neatly tied into a bun, and a gentle smile touched her lips. In her arms, she carried a stack of notebooks, which she carefully placed on the teacher's desk. "Good morning, everyone," she said softly. "My name is Lydia Sergeyevna. I'm your new literature teacher." Silence. A heavy, uncomfortable silence filled the room, followed by a few mocking chuckles from the back row. This was Class 11B, a group long known for being unruly, uncontrollable. Their previous teacher had quit in less than a month. Now they were eyeing their new victim. The first attack came from Artyom. Tall, confident, always smirking, he leaned back in his chair, twirling his phone. "Are you sure you're in the right place? This is where adults teach adults, not some blogger's course for housewives." The class burst into laughter. But Lydia didn't flinch. She simply nodded and said calmly, "You're right. This is where adults are taught. Let's see which of us is closer to being one." During the break, the group's chat exploded with memes. Photoshopped pictures of Lydia, nicknames like Barbie Teacher, and even a poll. How long will she last? The next day was worse. Someone switched the answer sheets during a test. Others filmed her from a bad angle and posted it on TikTok under the title "Crying Teacher." But Lydia never raised her voice. She never lashed out. She simply observed, remembered, and waited. By the third day, as she picked up ruined notebooks, she whispered quietly, "You think I'm weak, but sometimes what seems soft is the most dangerous." Friday evening. The classroom lights flickered as tired parents filled the room, scrolling through phones, arms crossed, impatient. Lydia stood at the board, holding her report, calm but firm. "In just 1 week, your children have repeatedly broken discipline, harassed me publicly and online. I have screenshots, videos, and evidence." Artyom's mother, elegant and smug, scoffed. "They're just 17, teenagers. You're the teacher. It's your job to handle it." Another parent muttered, "Maybe you just don't know how to control the class." Lydia laid down the papers, memes, chat screenshots, even a video of Artyom tripping her. "What you call jokes is bullying, psychological pressure, humiliation." The school director, weary and old, sighed. "Don't take it personally. Be stricter. Show authority." Everyone expected her to break down, to cry, to quit. But she only smiled, gathered her papers, and said calmly, "Thank you for your feedback. Perhaps it's time to change my methods." Outside the school, Artyom caught up with her. "Why complain so much? We're just having fun. Or is it too hard for you?" She looked straight into his eyes, calm and steady. "Have you ever heard the phrase, 'The most dangerous weapon is a person who knows how to endure'?" Artyom laughed. "Are you a psychologist now?" "No," she answered, "a martial arts instructor." And she walked away, leaving him speechless. Wednesday. The gymnasium. Students were changing lazily, filming TikTok stories, laughing. The PE teacher was absent, and suddenly Lydia walked in. But not as usual. She wore sportswear, sneakers, her hair tied back, her face focused. "Today," she said firmly, "I'll be leading your warm-up." The class howled with laughter. "Are Barbies a coach now? Show us how to run in heels." Artyom shouted. But Lydia ignored them. She calmly laid out a training mat. Today, we'll try something different. Basic self-defense. Who volunteers? Artyom raised his hand, smirking. I will, but go easy. I'm fragile. He grabbed her wrist. Cameras were rolling, students ready to mock. And then, in a flash, Lydia twisted, spun, and with one clean movement, flipped Artyom over her shoulder. His body slammed onto the mat with a loud, shocking thud. The room froze. Phones slipped from hands. What was that? Artyom gasped. A basic throw? She replied calmly. I've practiced MMA for 10 years. Black belt, second-level instructor. Silence. The laughter evaporated. The cameras stopped recording. For the first time, they saw her not as a Barbie, not as a target, but as a force they had underestimated. After class, a quiet boy named Sergey approached her. Sorry for Artyom. He always thinks he's the boss. But you're really cool. From that day forward, the bullying stopped. The memes vanished. The laughter turned into respect. And even Artyom, for the first time in his life, began to listen. Sometimes strength doesn't roar. Sometimes it waits, endures, observes, and when the time is right, it shows itself. Lydia Sergeyevna didn't just teach literature. She taught them a lesson they would never forget.